Hi everybody, it's Keith DeMoe here from Tech, and today I'm going to walk through a step-by-step process in setting up a publication within SAP BusinessObjects. Alright, what you see on the screen here is our login to the central management console, and I also have another tab open here, and we're logged into Tableau server as the administrator. Now what we're going to do today is we're going to log in to the CMC, and as I said, we're going to set up a publication. And it's a very straightforward process, and it's very simple to do. Now, this, of course, is in reference to the Tableau Connect webinar that we did earlier. And what we're doing with Tableau Connect is we're actually using the query capabilities with Web Intelligence reporting, and we're using the publication feature within SAP to send a Tableau extract file over to Tableau server. So your users that are logging into Tableau now have access to that data that you provide them from the Web Intelligence report, which is querying off of the semantic layer, the UNX universe, or the universe, depending on what you're working with. Anyway, so I'm showing you this page mainly because we have three projects up. There are two defaults, so one's default and one's Tableau samples, and the other one is sales by state. Now, if you recall, sales by state is the project that we worked through when we walked through the Tableau Connect webinar. We're going to use that same data, though. I'm just going to call it a different title because what I'm going to do is just show you the publication and how to set it up. I'm not going to create a new Web Intelligence report, but I'm just going to show you a couple of things when it comes to queries relating to the Web Intelligence report. So we're going to navigate to our Tableau folder. So here's our demo folder, and we have here a publication set up, and we also have two Web Intelligence reports. Now, these were the two Web Intelligence reports that we were using for this publication itself. So I want to just quickly touch on, let's look at this table here. We're going to take a quick peek at it. Now, if you're not familiar with Web Intelligence reporting, it's a great tool that's offered with BusinessObjects. It's an ad hoc type solution, very similar to the Tableau, where you can drag and drop. And excellent like tool for ad hoc queries. And what we're doing, of course, is we're taking this query capability and we're providing that access to data. If we're using in the UNX universe, then of course we're accessing from multiple data sources. And we're giving that access to that data to Tableau users. So what you see here is a sales by state table that's up. Now, there's not a lot of data here because we were just using it for an example for webinar purposes, but I just wanted to jump into here and just show you a couple things. So what we're doing is, if we were designing this, we could go to data access, and let's say we wanted to edit. So let's, for example, we wanted to add more queries into the data itself. This is where we would do it. And of course, this data would be sent over as an extract file to Tableau server. So I just wanted to touch quickly on that, but what we'll do is we'll go back to the publication. We're going to set that up. It's good I'm showing you this because I'm going to be using this table specifically for the publication that I'm going to walk through. All right, first things first. Let's set up a folder. We're going to call it Tech Publication. Okay, that's set up. Now we're going to set up a publication. So create publication. Here, this is important. This relates to going back to the projects. See the projects? We have sales by state. Whatever you put as a title there, that's what's going to appear here. Whatever you put in this title here, that's going to be this title. So sales by state was the example we used in the webinar. We're going to call it Tech Publication. There you go. Description, important. This provides the details to the user that's logged into Tableau server, the information of what's going to be on this publication or the project that they see, the data that they're going to see or have access to that data anyway. So here we'll put new data being provided. All right, keywords, we'll say new data. Source documents, as I mentioned, we're going to use that sales by state data. So we'll navigate to that. There we go. All right, we've added that. Enterprise recipients, we're just going to go with the group. So we're just going to say all Tableau users. Now remember, as I mentioned before, that whatever the security rights that you put based on users in BusinessObjects get synced over. to Tableau server. So it's very secure. Only a user logging into Tableau server will only have access to the data that we've defined for them, all right? So now we'll go to personalization. So this is we're going to connect this web intelligence report, of course, has got to connect up to a universe. So we've done that. Format, of course, it'll be web intelligence. Let's make sure. Okay, there we are. Destinations. Destination. Working a bit slow here. All right, there we go. There we are. All right, good. Okay, BI inbox. Now, if you watched the public or Tableau Connect webinar, I showed you where we actually store our product. So, Tableau Connect, this is where it's stored. This is where we do all the work. Okay, Tableau Connect. Now, you're going to get, you'll be provided with a class name. And what we're going to do is we're going to add this before publication delivery and after publication delivery. So we actually have to add it to both. Okay, so there you go. We'll do it again. And everything should be in their place there. There we go. And we'll add it over here. There, just like that. And that's it. So I don't think there's anything else actually we need to really, because I'm not scheduling anything here. I'm just going to show you how we set up a publication. And this is exactly what I'm doing. So let's just save and close this. All right. So here's our COBOL-TEC publication. Now, what we'll do is we'll just, again, if we were taking a look at that, we'd be scheduling it, and as I'd mentioned that, depending on how frequent those users need to get a specific data, you can schedule it accordingly. So this is just all an automated process. So once this has all been set up, that's it. Unless now, of course, if you're going to add further data to the Web Intelligence report, as I had mentioned before, that would be something you would have to go in and tweak. Okay, so what we do here, we can look at these. Let's see if we want to make sure that the project itself is, okay, it's running right now. In status, it's going to give you, it'll tell you whether or not, and of course you'll have a history here, it'll tell you whether or not it was a successful run or whether it was unsuccessful. It doesn't say unsuccessful, it says failed, but you'll know if there was any hiccups with this page right here. And of course, if it is successful, then what we'll see over here is a project appear. And, well, it was successful. There you go. So there you go. COBOL-TEC publication, same data sources as used for sales by state, remember? So, but I didn't, over here, we had, when we did sales by state through Tableau Connect, we have 8 data sources because it was differently, I set it up differently because I was using 2 web intelligence reports there. We just used the one here, so we have 4 data sources because we were using the example of 4 users receiving data. All right, so if we go back over to here, success, and there you go. It's a very straightforward process. If you do have any questions relating to setting up a publication or even training around web intelligence reports, or just even you want to take a look at this a bit further, feel free to contact me. I'll be happy to follow up with you and take you through a WebEx, and we can look at in more detail. Look at web intelligence and publication in more detail if you'd like, okay? Thank you for taking the time to watch this, and have yourself a great rest of the day. Bye for now.